So let's imagine that you want to buy a car on Creative Finance because you have a shitty car, your transmission's busted, you're 25, you're getting married, you got all the bills, you got all these things happening to you, and you're like, I need a car, I need a better car. It's very simple, okay? You go to this thing called Craigslist, okay? You then look at people's listings. And if you stay in the like $5,000 or under range, or maybe even like upwards of $7,000, the chances are the people selling those cars don't actually have a loan on those cars to pay off. Does that make sense? Okay. So I go find something, let's say it's a Toyota Tacoma, right? What I do, this is so simple, bro. This is the most simple thing of all time. What you do is you reach out to that person and you say, I would like to buy your truck for $8,000, but I would like to do it with payments over time. What you've just done is you've taken the person who's selling their truck for $7,000, which they won't get $7,000. Let's be honest. What ends up happening on Craigslist is everybody offers $5,000, $6,000, $6,500 or whatever. And then that guy ends up not actually selling that for $7,000. So when you go to this person, you say, I will actually buy that Toyota Tacoma for $8,000, but I need to make payments over time. Will you, the seller of the Toyota Tacoma, seller finance that to me, and I will give you $500 today and $300 monthly payments until it's paid off. Now, if he says no, then what do? Okay, how about $9,000? Truly, what do you care if you have a $300 payment that you can afford and you just got a truck or a car or whatever? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's very simple.
And
Where's the line?
Yeah, where's the value? Like if I wanted to sell it, like I would essentially...
You could sell it on seller finance too. Why not? That's what we do with real estate. I go buy somebody else's house on seller finance. I turn around and I sell that on seller finance. It's literally the same thing. This is why I use the car analogy so frequently, is because people do you understand this?
Yeah, I understand it.
So without me talking about mortgages and deeds and all this kind of garbage, you now understand what seller finance is. And you now understand how you can go get a car. You don't have to go get a loan. You don't have to get a down payment. You don't have to use your credit. You don't have to use any of that stuff. And now you got a car. That's seller finance. That's how I bought Anna her house, is I go to a seller and I go, what do you want? He tells me, I go, great, I'll give you that number, but I want to make payments to you rather than one lump sum. And the seller who has the house paid off ends up becoming my bank. So we structure paperwork that I'm the owner, right? So I get the deed. This is the challenging part. People are like, what's a deed? I don't understand what a deed is, right? A deed is just the title. And he's the lender. And so we create what's called a note, an IOU, like I owe you money, a fancy IOU. It's called a note. And that seller and I work out agreements, and now Anna makes a payment to him every single month. So why was it so good for Anna? Because that seller wanted, right here, let's say this Toyota Tacoma seller wants $500. The seller on that specific house that we just bought Anna wanted $40,000 down. And because I really wanted to get it for Anna, I paid the 40 grand, and now she has to make payments on the remaining balance. Does that make sense? Now you know how to buy something on seller finance? Okay.